Hello, Daryl. Jeremy here from Premier Pools and Spas. I wanted to go ahead and say thanks for allowing me to come to your home and spending all that time with me in your backyard, just kind of describing to me what your plans are, what you're doing, what you're hoping to accomplish with a new pool build. It was very helpful. I really appreciate the time. It always makes my job easier when the customers are fully involved. So what I want to do here is just walk you through your design. We're going to go to 3D really quick and explain kind of what I did and why. You're going to notice that all of the structures in your backyard, I don't have a lot of color or material detail on the house or any of the other structures at this point because that's not the priority right now, but I will dress it up as we go. So your final draft will be a little bit more detailed as far as all the peripheral things going on in the yard. But this video is more or less about the pool itself. So what I have here is a freeform pool. Once again, the pool is really easy to change. So now that I have the heavy lifting with the design work done, it's very easy for me to delete this pool and draw another pool with a different shape and different features. Really what I wanted to do was put a freeform pool in there with a few features that I thought you'd like and give you an idea of what that space is going to look like with a pool of this size. So if we do look at this pool and we look at the size of this pool, we're looking at an envelope of almost 28.5 by almost 16, right? So we're going to say 28.5 by 16. We'll call it that for now. But that's that green rectangle that goes around the pool. That would be called the envelope of the pool. In this pool, I did kind of a custom entry here in the shallow end. I'm going to call this a step right here, even though it could technically be called a tanning ledge, but I wanted to go ahead and give you like a big, robust landing to step down into. But of course, we can minimize that and actually wrap those steps right up against the wall of the pool right there. I'm just playing with some design concepts just to show you what's possible. Then you have a tanning deck big enough to put a couple chairs on the far end. A couple benches. You don't need this many benches here. I just drew benches in to show you what the possibilities are. You do have to have a second mode of egress, a second way to get out of the pool in order to meet building code for a pool that's anything over 4 feet deep. However, but this tanning ledge on the far end would actually suffice there. So I could essentially just delete these two benches and leave the tanning deck, or delete the tanning deck and add a bench on the end, and that would satisfy the requirements for building code. Also, we have a raised feature in the back. I decided to put a couple small columns on the sides of the raised feature. We don't always do that, but I've been doing that recently with some designs and customers have really liked it. So these are 18 by 18 inch columns that are 6 inches taller than this center wall. And then you have a 2-foot sheet of water that runs off of that center wall. We call that a shear descent. Then on the tanning ledges or the steps, you have a bubbler here. You have a bubbler over on the other side. Those serve a really important functional purpose, meaning you need the water moving on those shallow areas. Otherwise, it can get dirty, it can get hot. It just really, really helps with cleanliness and temperature control and water circulation. So we do encourage customers to put bubblers on any of the tanning decks like that. They are optional though, you don't need to. And then if you decided to opt into an in-floor cleaner, you wouldn't need the bubblers for the functional purpose because the in-floor cleaner itself would have heads that pop up on all surfaces of the pool and all levels of the pool that will actually shoot water across the surface of the pool and clean the bottom, the sides, the steps, the tanning deck, everything, the benches. All right, so what I have here also is I just put concrete decking in for now. I know that you're going to plan on doing the decking yourself very likely. So I put in some concrete, but of course with the click of a button, I can change this to, maybe a concrete paver or a stone paver. I can show you what all kinds of different things look like. I also put some furniture on the deck because I wanted you to see how much space you would have with this size pool and this much decking. You also have your wall. This is the wall you're in the process of building right now. What I did was I extended these steps all the way down to the pool deck and built a little retention wall on the side of the steps just for a nice clean outcome. But I'm not really sure how you're handling the steps. I just went ahead and drew something that I thought would work well. All right, so I did put some landscaping up in this upper planter. So I basically created a planter between the retention wall and your house, which I think is a perfect spot for plants. I know you have like these little sagos in there already, I think they're sagos, but I added some other plants in there as well. So you see the elevation change in the yard. I did put the peripheral structures like your sheds over in the corner, and of course this area right here. I know you're planning on taking this down and then running one all the way across. I didn't draw that in because I don't know exactly what you're going to do, and I didn't want to obstruct our view from this presentation. So, but I can draw that in later if you need me to. All right, if I turn off the sun, let's make it nighttime and see what it looks like. You have a couple lights in the pool. We typically put those lights, actually those lights won't be quite, here, let me fix this. They won't be that high. They'll be right about here. I'm not sure how they got that high. I was probably messing with the elevations a little bit, but they'll be about 18 inches below, and you can see how it makes the whole pool glow. And then the light will be shining on the shear descent in the back wall. Now keep in mind this water feature here, this race feature, I put a smooth travertine facade on the front, a split travertine on the columns, but we have a variety of different facade finishes that we can do. In the pool itself, I have a pebble tech, or a pebble sheen rather, aggregate finish, a pebble finish inside the pool. It's going to cost you, maybe $2,500 more ish, give or take a few $100. There's different price points on pebble, but it's going to save you about $10,000 to $15,000 down the road by not having to resurface the pool. If you do plaster, you are definitely going to have to resurface that pool. So once again, you can see that I've drawn the houses to scale. I don't have the materials and the colors detailed out yet, but I just really wanted to focus on the pool, the size, the position, the features, and then I can fill in all the other details with the rest of the property. But once again, you can see as I turn the lights off, I did add some landscape lighting in here. We don't do landscape lighting, but I wanted to show you what that might look like. And just some lighting down the stairs and lighting in the pool. But anything that you want me to draw in here, whether we do that kind of work or not, I mean, I'm happy to draw it in. I just want to help you get that backyard the way you want it. I hope this is helpful. There's a lot to learn. Once you are happy with the design, I'll go ahead and price it out with you. I look forward to our follow-up meeting. And if you have any questions between now and then, give me a call. I'm happy to help. I look forward to our next conversation. All right, have a good one. I'll talk to you very soon.